Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla and I am the owner of I Could Make That But, which is my small business where I sell my crocheted plushies and other small crocheted items, and I'm so glad you're here. In today's video, we have a special challenge to help me market prep because I have a market a little over a week away and I still have a lot to prep. So, in this video, we are going to see how much we can crochet during the Harry Potter series. So, like most, or I feel like most, early to mid-30s millennial like I am, I grew up with the Harry Potter franchise, also seeing the movies in theater. And I had always been a huge fan of both the books and the movies. Now, big disclaimer, we know the author of this series is not great, but she did provide us this community, and I more like to be in the space of what the community has become and less about the author, if that makes sense. But regardless of all of that, I'm picking this as my first series of market prep. I have ideas for other things too, because it's just a clear outline of time, right? It's 8 movies. It's they're all a decent amount of time. Each one. So I think altogether it's somewhere around like 19 hours of watch time. So that's almost like a 24-hour challenge. Now, I'm not doing this in 24 hours. It is currently Friday at almost 5 p.m. when I'm starting this. I'm going to kind of just do this over this weekend and see what we can prep. Now, just like usual, I have an insane to-do list that is way too long and will probably not get fully done. I hope so for the next market, which is going to be next Saturday, but maybe. And I'm hoping that this kind of adds an extra motivator to like try and get as much done as I can. I have crossed out, I've done all of the Tink Turtles that I've prepped that I wanted to prep. I wanted to do a dozen, and I finished those, here's one, before actually starting this. So from when I got home from work, I was embroidering all the eyes of all 12, so then that's done. So I think during this first movie, we're going to make ducks because I know I want to make 5. And so at least a starting place, we're going to start there and we're going to see what else we can do in that movie. But the goal is 5. So I will check in as I finish each thing and kind of just how we're going along based on the scenes that we're seeing. Am I going to make this goal? Who knows? I'm really hoping I can. I think based on the time that we're starting this tonight, I'm going to probably get through 2 of the movies. That's my goal. To go through the first and the second because the timing works out. They're both around 2.5 hours, and then I can be like done around like 10:30 is my hope. I also did order dinner, so I'm gonna probably eat dinner during this first movie also. So, and I'm also in the middle of my laundry. But even though those are things that will happen, I still think this will be kind of a good overview of what I can get done over these next 19 hours. So, a very long intro to say, if this sounds like a good time to you, grab your own crocheted project or other hobby project and let's jump in. Okay, so I'm sitting in my normal spot on the couch. I have the pattern pulled up. So my food came quicker than I thought. So I'm only 11 minutes into the movie and I've made this much of a duck. So we're getting there. I think I am going to pause to eat this, and I'm also going to pause the movie. so that this is a true, like, how much I'm making during the actual movie. And instead, I'm going to work on editing. The video is hopefully already on the channel right now, which is the most recent market recap that I needed to finish editing. So if I can do that while I eat, and then we'll jump back in. I think that's gonna be a good plan. Time check, it is 5:45. I ate and basically finished the edit of that video, so hopefully I'll post it tomorrow. That's a good goal for me. But we are gonna jump back in and see how much we can make this movie. Don't mind the air conditioning noise, hopefully I can block it out in editing. But I finished the first duck just in time for the best character to enter. As growing up, Hermione was always one of my favorite characters out of any books that I read, and I read a lot. And so it's always so adorable to see baby Emma Watson. I will say that this movie holds a lot of nostalgia for me. I was in 5th grade when this movie came out, so I was like the age of these actors, and so it is crazy because I've not watched this movie in a couple of years. First of all, just how much I remember it, and like I'm just quoting along with it. And also, just, I mean, I remember being a 10-year-old going to the theater, and I got to go to the midnight release of this because I had already read all the books that were out at this point when this first movie came out. And I got to go with my cousin, and it was so cool. And my midnight premiere was definitely at like 10 p.m., but it was still cool because I had to go to school the next day, and I'd be like, oh, I'm so tired because I was at the movies last night because I saw the first Harry Potter. And yeah, just those memories, they really stay with you. But yeah, so the Golden Trio is meeting all for the first time, and I finished the first duck. I'll check in soon. Number 2 is done, and I just watched There's a Troll in the Dungeon. Thought you ought to know. But they just defeated it, so it's fine. Spoilers to the first Harry Potter, I guess. So, number 2 done. There's still a little bit more than an hour left of the movie. I think also I'm going to go change my laundry. This is a good stopping point, and then we'll pick this back up. But hopefully I'm on track to make all 5. I think so. I'm getting faster at them. They are so cute. This pattern is an Instagram pattern by Amateur Hour. I'll link it down below, so if you want to make one too, you definitely can. I'm a big fan of this pattern. All one piece minus the beak. So, alright. Switching laundry, because that's the responsible thing to do, and then we'll jump back in. My face when I realize I'm probably only going to finish 4 of these in this movie, because they are about to go and try and find the Sorcerer's Stone themselves. So we've about 40 minutes left of the movie, so we'll probably be able to make one more, but I went with a lighter yellow this time, and I think I'm going to do another one in this color. And the last one I had to make is blue, but I can start the next movie with that one. I don't know. This is taking a little bit longer because I've paused to do like laundry, I paused to eat. So it's now like 7:45. So I probably won't finish this movie because I have to go grab my laundry next until like 8:30. And so then the next one is another 2.5 hours, so that's 11. I can stay up till 11. I don't know if I'll be productive until 11, so we'll kind of play it by ear. Tomorrow's a fairly chill day for me. It's a Saturday, and I have something at like 4:30, but I don't really have anything that crazy before, so I should be able to get a couple movies in. I'm not gonna lie, I was considering skipping movie 4. I don't like movie 4. That's my least favorite because the book is so good, and what they choose to do in the movie versus the book is just a little nutso, and they all need haircuts, but that's a minor thing. But in order to do like the full thing, I think I will have to watch movie 4, but that's a tomorrow problem because I'm certainly not getting to that today. But yeah, number 3 is done. Alright, end of movie 1. It's exactly 8:30, and I have almost the 4th duck done. So, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little distracted by like watching the end of that movie and also a little distracted on something on my phone. But I'm still pretty proud of the fact that it's almost 4 plushies in a solid amount of time. But let's see them all together, shall we? So there they are, all 3 3/4 of them, which is fitting for the 9 3/4, but they're cute. But I have the second movie queued up because I'm watching these on Peacock, so they just go one into another. I will say that this is very clearly, it's not the TV edit where there's like stuff cut out, but it is the TV edit where like it's expecting there to be commercials, because like I personally have the no ads Peacock, but like it's clear where Peacock with ads would put commercials, because there were like full blackouts in that first movie. But anywho, so yeah, so I have the second one ready to go. You can kind of see in the background. I think once I'm done with the ducks, as I'll be done with this 4th one probably relatively soon. I think I'll just do the blue one just so I can be like fully done with ducks. I was kind of going back and forth. And then, I don't know, I could do capybaras because I have to make quite a few of those, and those are quick. I could do the different kind of birds, so the Annie Carraway art pattern, that's all one piece. That's a little bit, that is very different than these ducks because it's like just like the standing bird. I was looking to see if I had one on the top of my bag. I don't, to show, but I could do those. I could also do bees. The issue with bees is that normally I do a lot of like the bodies first and then I do all the wings, and like I like to show like a finished product, and it does go a little bit slower if I sew on the wings. I could crochet all the wings to start. If I know how many bees I need to do, I could just speed run through all the wings, and then just as I finish each like bee body, I can then just sew them on. I might do that. That's not a bad idea. Because wings don't take me a lot. They're just like, it's like an annoying amount of time. They're only 3 rounds each, so it really doesn't take forever. But if I need to make like 5 or 6 bees, that's 10 or 12 wings. So it's just like a little bit like more time than you want to be putting into it. But alright, I'm gonna figure out what to do. I also kind of want to eat my ice cream because I did get ice cream for myself because it's Friday. I deserve it. So I might do that too. I also, this second movie, y'all, it's been even longer since I've probably seen this one, and I know that spider scene is no fun. Dobby's in this one. I have a love-hate relationship with Dobby. This movie, he is definitely the most annoying. I think we can all agree, right? When he comes back in other movies, it's like funny and heroic. This movie is just, it's a lot of Dobby. So, but we're gonna push through. We're gonna push through, and we're gonna watch it even though it's going to end after 11, especially with the ice cream break, but that's okay. Alright, I'm rambling. I'm sorry. I haven't rambled that much in this video yet though, so you know, if you've been around for a while, you know that I will randomly go on tangents. So, alright, I'll check in soon. Alright, y'all. I'm 40 minutes into this movie, and I did finish my ice cream. I didn't take a break like I did for dinner, but I've only gotten this far with this duck. So I might finish the duck, but I might not finish the movie tonight. It's 9:20, and it's just gonna keep going. I can't believe it's already been 40 minutes, and they're only right now in Lockhart's like first class. So that's crazy. I just saw the howler part for Ron, which was rough. But a new episode of, I think a new episode of Beyond the Villa from Love Island season 6, those cast members came out, and that might be the mindless, like, lightheartedness I need before bed. Maybe not just like a bunch of like intense scenes one after another. Not that the second Harry Potter movie is that intense, but when looking at the two options, I'd rather reality TV right now. So I think I'll finish the duck, because realistically I would have 100% finished it in that first like 20 minutes I was eating ice cream. So that will still stand, and then we'll pick this movie up tomorrow, I think is the plan. But for night one of a challenge that's only been going for 4 hours to make 4 ducks, we'll hope to do better tomorrow. I also realized I really need to make axolotls also, so that needs to be during one of these movies too. So just some ideas. But yeah, tomorrow should be better. Tomorrow we'll start early-ish. I'll probably, yeah. Alright, so I will see you tomorrow for more of this challenge. Hello, good morning, happy Saturday. So, I'm not gonna lie, it's already almost 11, and that's because of a couple things. I got up probably like around like 8. I showered, you can tell from my wet hair. I ran out to get breakfast. Then I came back here, and I really wanted to get the video up on YouTube because I've been meaning to do that. So I got all that done. I did last night. I did finish while watching the reality TV, like I said. I did finish the 4th duck. I also this morning, when I was finishing editing and like doing like the exporting and stuff, I did start the blue duck, and I got to here. I justify this because I really did not put in a lot of effort last night when the second movie started, like really any effort at all, and I was already 40 minutes into it. So this is a challenge that I'm making up the rules, so I will say that that's going to count for it, because I 100% could have done that during the first 40 minutes, that and finishing the duck. So I think we're fairly accurate. Actually, I do think I would have been done with the duck, but we're not going to get too crazy. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to pull up the movie again, so we can start that. I want to, before I do that, because this duck, I will finish it during this movie. I'm going to also grab things for the next animal that we are going to make, which I've decided this morning is going to be capybaras. Because I have to make, hang on, I have 6 on my list to prep. So I want to at least bust those out. I'm hoping, again, delusional hope that I was reminded myself of when I was watching that edit of the video that I just posted, is that I always think I'm going to have so much more time for crochet. 6 is a reasonable number to prep. Should I have more? Yes. Will I have more? Probably not, because I still have so many other things I need to prep as well. So I think 6 is a good starting number. But I'm going to grab that yarn too, so it's next to me, so then we can just keep rocking and rolling. But let's jump back into Chamber of Secrets. we've gotten to Moaning Myrtle. Well, we've seen her. We just got through the Polyjuice Potion part. But we finished this blue duck. I'm not gonna lie, it's low-key giving Perry the Platypus in duck form, which is fun. And I guess good to know that this Seaside color from Parfait Chunky is a good Perry the Platypus color. It does look a little bit more blue than on camera. Like on camera it is giving more of that, like, I don't know, more green? I don't know how to describe the platypus color, but it's cute. And now we are officially done prepping ducks, and we're going to jump into capybaras. I have, what is it, an hour left of this movie, about, give or take. It's just noon now, and we're gonna see how many capybaras we can get done. All right, it needs eyes, which I'll do at the end once I have all 6 made. I'll just, because I just do the embroidery slits like I do for the, the turtles. So that won't take long. For some reason, this one's a little crooked. I think I might have counted wrong. Still cute, so still works, but he's definitely, his head's like this a little bit, and his body's kind of like this, but it's fine. He's moving. He's cute. It's fine. We might be making an extra one because this one might be going to my cousin. But anyway, so one is done. It's almost 1. This did not take me an hour. I might have gotten a little distracted. We are currently in the Chamber of Secrets. Spoiler for Chamber of Secrets. Fox the Phoenix just blinded the basilisk. So we are almost at the end of Chamber of Secrets. So I don't know if I'll be able to make another one in that time, but we're going to try. But yeah, that's where we are. I will say, now that I'm almost at the end of the second movie, I am making far less than I thought I was going to. I'm actually glad I didn't do like a prediction at the start, because again, and I've said this before in other videos, I think I crochet faster than I do. And so this is plushie number 6, and we're almost done with the second movie. And these first 2 movies are longer than like the next 2, so we'll see. But yeah, hopefully I can get at least most of another one done during this end finale part. We'll see. I'll check in. It's fine. I'm just crying at Hagrid's return from Azkaban right after Hermione returned from being petrified. It's fine. But I'm this far into the capybara and the movie's almost over. So we're gonna pull ourselves together because we've seen this before. Okay, movie number 2 is done officially, and we are officially here with the second capybara. It is going better, so that's good. But to recap for that second movie, we did the blue duck, a full capybara, and I would give this half a capybara. So not my greatest work, but oh, I also finished the other yellow duck. Okay, so that's almost like a complete 3 plushies. I probably need to average a little bit more than 3 plushies a movie. But that's currently where my average is sitting. So hopefully in this next movie, which is Prisoner of Azkaban, I can at least get through all these capybaras, which is possible. I'm on the fence about this one that I made. I'm looking at it right now because it's fallen over. It like can't stand up on its own. Also, I think it has to do with the stuffing. So I do think it's going to end up going to my cousin. So I don't think I'm going to count it for inventory. Because it's just like a teeny off. And I don't really want to sell it if all the other ones look better. Yeah. But ducks are officially prepped. Capybaras are next. And then I probably should switch to axolotls. Because I have a lot of axolotls I want to do. So, yeah. We'll see. It's 1:20 right now. I have something at 4:15. So I should be able to watch all of the third one before. I think the math works out. So I should be able to do that before I have to go. And then I should probably also eat something during this movie. Just because then I'm gonna be out for a little bit. And then when I come back, it'll be the fourth movie. Oh no. And I don't know if I want to do that at night. I don't know. The fourth movie is like, okay. I need to preface this that I've never been a big like scary movie person. I don't consider the Harry Potter movies scary. I don't. I really don't. They are a little intense. And that's just the truth of them. The books are a little intense. The movies like to mirror that. While there is comedic relief throughout, and we love that, the fourth movie is where the movies start to get even darker. Like, it's like starts like the real like catalyst of like what the rest of the series will be about with Voldemort's return. So it's not that I can't watch the movie at night, because I can. I'm a 34-year-old adult, and I can handle the fourth Harry Potter movie. But it's like, do I want to? Like, it's like a lot of intensity. We'll see. We'll see what time I get back from being out, and then assess from there. I think that's going to be the plan. Yeah. But, okay. But we're getting closer to my favorites. My favorite movies, personally, in the series, thank you for asking, are 5 and 6. I like the 5th book, I think, the best. Maybe. I don't know. That's always what my gut was, like, growing up reading all of them. I really liked the 5th book. I hate Umbridge like everyone else does, but I liked the story of the 5th one, even though Harry is extremely moody throughout, and that's a little annoying. Maybe the 6th book is my favorite. The 6th book might be my favorite. Now that I'm talking this through, the thing I love about the 6th movie, since we're on this topic, is my college roommate and best friend told me, because she is a huge Harry Potter person also, when we were in college and we were getting ready to watch the 7th movie part 1 at the midnight release our sophomore year of college, we were watching all the movies leading up to it with like our group of friends. Like, we had like a whole marathon of like, we like would do like 2 a night, like of the week leading up to that Thursday. And it was a lot of fun. Like, that was like not one of my favorite memories of college, but it was a really good memory of college. And she said before we watched the 6th movie that we should watch it like a rom-com. And I've never forgotten that. And so when I watch the 6th movie, I always watch it through that kind of a lens, because it's funny, because they all have crushes. They all, like, there's like darkness happening, and like it's a big sad that happens at the end. No spoilers. But like during the actual movie, it's so funny to see how they all like react with each other, and the nice skin conversation that happens in the bed between Harry and Ron, like in the dorm. And so, yeah. But anywho, that's neither here nor there, and I've been talking for 6 minutes. So I'm gonna start this 3rd movie, and I'm going to finish this capybara. That is our plan. And then I might eat lunch. We'll see. Alright, I'll check in soon. Alright, we're already making better time. They're not even at Hogwarts yet. And we finished this capybara, and it's cuter than the last one. I did get the last one to stand, so it might be joining inventory. We're gonna see. I'm just gonna like keep going and just see the vibes of what's right and what's wrong. But that is plushie number 1 fully completed for movie 3. But really, if we're actually taking count, it's a half a plushie, but number 7 overall for this series. So that's legit. Minus the eyes. Again, I'll do them all at the end. All right, I'll check it in a little bit. All right, and we finished capybara number 2. So now total 3 altogether, because this one also, I think all of their heads kind of tilt to the side, which makes them cute, so that's fine. But this one did go faster, which was good. We're now at the part, Harry just snuck into Hogsmeade for the first time, and he's learning how to do the Expecto Patronum spell with Lupin right now. I did realize during that scene for the Hogsmeade, when he finds out that Sirius Black is his godfather, that not enough people parodied that on TikTok. Like, everywhere on TikTok you can find the like, not me, not Hermione, you, from the first movie. But he literally, Harry like freaks out and he's like, he was his friend, and like I did it better before. Like, but it's like so like intense, and I feel like more people could probably parody that too if TikTok's looking for another trend. I have that one to present, to offer. All right, I'm going to add this to the couch cushion. We are now up to 8 plushies, so feeling a little better. All right, so I have 3 more capybaras to go. I think I'm gonna just keep going until I either hit those 3 or I run out of the current skein of the main body yarn that I'm on, and then I might reassess. But yeah, it's going. It is going. We are getting closer to that 4:15 time. It's about 2:45. It's about an hour and a half. So we'll see. Yeah, there's about an hour-ish left of this movie, so I should be able to watch the whole thing before having to go. So that's good, because then that will check off the 3rd movie. So then we only have 5 more movies to go. Wow, 5. Jeez. All right. Maybe I will have to watch the 4th one tonight, because I was hoping to finish this challenge in a weekend, and it's not looking great, but that's fine. This was just kind of an experiment to see how it would work. So, all right, I'm gonna stop talking, and I will check in with you in a little bit. All right, I'm not sure if you could tell, but that's not Harry Potter on the screen right now. But I am officially back from my thing that was at 4:15. It is now 5:15. So it took about an hour. I also, when I got back, I did a couple things. So I just put on Food Network just for vibes. But I think I'm going to jump back in. I did finish before the 3rd movie finished. I did finish this capybara. I did not get to show you because then my friend arrived and I was like finishing it off as the movie was finishing, and I was like, I'm not just gonna like start vlogging in front of her. That feels weird. So but this capybara is now done, so we are up to 4. So that's good. We're still averaging about 3 plushies a movie, so hopefully I can pick that up a little bit. I think I am going to watch the 4th one. This is 5:15. I did just order food because I didn't really eat lunch. I had like more of like a snack during the 3rd one, more than like what I would say lunch. So I'm getting something a little bit more substantial. So that will probably take up some time, but I think I'm just gonna kind of power through the 4th movie and then see what time it is and see if I want to do the 5th movie tonight. Because then that'll be 3 for tomorrow, which isn't as bad as doing 4 tomorrow, which doesn't feel reasonable. So I think that's what we're gonna do. See how much we get done. Like I said, I have 2 more capybaras to finish. Then I have to give them all eyes real quick. And then I will probably jump to axolotls. I currently only have 1, so that's not great. On my list, I want to prep 7. So, fingers crossed. Obviously not probably all going to be done tonight. It'd be great if they got done tonight, but I doubt it. I will say that my appointment I was just at was actually for a open house for an apartment. Fingers crossed. I have to get like a couple more smidge things in order before I actually apply. But it's possible. I brought two of my best friends, one that has a lot of knowledge in real estate, and has been a landlord before, and one who's a lawyer and is always concerned about people's safety. And so I knew I didn't want to go to this alone anyway, but yeah, bringing them was definitely the right move. I appreciate them so much. But yeah, so that's where we were. And then yeah, so I have to also, that's also when I got back, I kind of was like trying to like figure some things out, and I think that tomorrow I'm also going to have to. So this might be splitting time with watching Harry Potter, but it's important because I am trying to move out. So, and I feel like we are closer, which is great. So fingers crossed, positive vibes that maybe sometime soon this won't be my background anymore. We'll see. But yeah. Anywho, I'm gonna stop talking and start the fourth movie. I'm being such a baby about it. It's really not that bad. It's like the majority's fine. It's just I have thoughts. I have thoughts based on what they decided to do. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I am very excited. I will say that this challenge was kind of motivated by they put out that picture of like the new Harry Potter kid in his little Gryffindor robes. That's going to be part of the HBO Max series that will eventually come out. And like I was like, oh my god, they're so cute. He was so cute. And so I was like, you know what, I should rewatch those movies again. So I'm hoping with this series they can actually put in more. I hope that Peeves makes the series. Spew. I mean, there's other things. All of the I can't go into it. It's fine. It's fine. Take the movies for what they are. That's what we need to do. But yeah, so I'm gonna start movie number 4. And hear Harry say, "I love magic," when he walks into the tent. So dumb. It's fine. My goodness. Alright, I'm gonna end this because it's a 5-minute clip. So I did eat dinner, but we're back and I've made my 5th one. So now I only have 1 to go. We're a little over an hour into the movie. They're about to go to the Yule Ball. I will give this movie some flowers that the scenes leading up to the Yule Ball where they're trying to get dates, that's funny. It's funny. But again, like the dragon scene in the book, Harry gets the egg very quickly and they go and they destroy the whole freaking castle with this dragon chase when they could have put something else, another plotline of the book in. It's fine. It's fine. So I'm gonna go watch Ron screw up the Yule Ball because he makes Hermione feel like garbage. Freaking Ron. But this capybara is done though. Alright, we're in the graveyard officially. Voldemort just came back and we did number 6 of the capybaras. So now, realistically, with how much time I've left of this movie, I'm definitely going to be able to embroider all the eyes and then hopefully start another one. We're at 11 plushies right now. And I forgot how dark this one is. I mean, like, they all get dark. Like, there's all, like, moments of darkness. But, whew, yikes. Also, forgot how bad the Death Eaters look in this one. Am I right? Oh my gosh. But yeah, so I'm gonna finish this one, put eyes on all of these, and then see what we do next. Okay, we are officially going on to the 5th movie. I embroidered all of their eyes, the capybara eyes, and I started people are randomly going like across the street. It's very weird vibes here tonight, but I started an axolotl, like literally started, like on round 2. So I also pulled all the yarn that I'm going to use for the 7, so hopefully I can just like kind of knock them out as these movies keep going. I had already recorded like 3 minutes, and then my phone storage was full, so that was rude. So I will try to remember what I said and how wittily I said it, because I'm hysterical sometimes, but you know. No, so I got through the 4th movie. My reward is the 5th, that now, they've all gotten haircuts. I will say I did not film myself during when they get back via the port key and Cedric's dead. And his dad comes like running in. It's like, my boy. That gets me. That does it every single time. But we got through all that. Now we have the 5th movie. I do like the 5th movie. I will say I don't feel that Harry is as whiny in this movie as he is in the books. He's still whiny, but in the books he's worse. Now, do I wish that they made Ron and Hermione prefix to like kind of start his whininess? Yes. Do I also understand that he's in a mood because he just saw someone get murdered in front of him? Absolutely. And no one believes him that this guy is back. Absolutely. Sure. That's valid too. But, you know, the prefix thing would have also helped build out some character or something. But whatever. And then I will say, obviously, this is also, the endings just keep getting sadder. Lots of people are gonna die. So, at least in this one, it's only 1, but it's not a good one. But anywho, so this will probably be the last movie that I watch tonight. It's like, I want to say 8:15ish. I think it's like somewhere around 8:15. So realistically, this is where we'll end tonight. So then I will hopefully just have the 3 tomorrow, and hopefully we can get through them, because the 7th ones are rough, because the first one, it's a lot of them in the woods and a lot of big feelings, and the second one, just a whole bunch of death. So what an emotional roller coaster I chose to go on this weekend. Truly. All right, we're jumping back into this. Let's go. So quick update, because I just realized I'm an hour and 40 minutes into this movie, and I have like 30 to 40 minutes left. I've only done this much of an axolotl, but let me explain why. I also just applied for an apartment. Stressed. Excited. More stressed. So that took a little bit of time, and I just decided to let the movie play while I was doing that. So I think I will finish this one axolotl in the time of this movie. I will say that axolotls do not normally take me 2+ hours to do. It's really just because I just applied for an apartment. But that will be affecting my numbers for this series. You know, sometimes you want to crochet a whole weekend during a Harry Potter marathon, and life just gets in the way. So, but we're going to put fingers crossed on that. I also sent a message to the owner, saying that I did apply, and, you know, I would be able to provide whatever other information was needed. I should have also put that it was nice to meet him today. Gosh, I haven't had to do a follow-up email in so long, because I've been very lucky to have the job I'm in for the last 2 years. So it's been a minute since I've done like the whole application process in general. But now we wait on that. That's exciting. And I'm gonna finish this. We just got to the Weasleys are making fireworks happen at the school during the owls because Umbridge just found the Dumbledore's army, and Harry's about to ruin it because he's gonna have a vision of he must not be named, and he's gonna ruin the party. But classic Harry things. But anyway, I will check in when this axolotl's done and or when the movie's done, because both things might happen at the same time. Axolotl number 1 is officially done for this movie. Again, these usually don't take me that long. I just had other stuff going on. But one did get done, and I will probably start the next one. I'll start the hot pink based one, but happy that this one is done. Okay, Order of the Phoenix officially ended. I ended that movie with the one axolotl I showed, and the start of this one. So I've almost, the head is done. I just have to now go into the neck and then obviously do the rest of it, but not terrible, especially because, you know, we were doing other things. If you can tell in the background behind me, I did pull up a YouTube video to watch before I actually go to bed, because now it is almost 10:40, so I am going to go to bed soon. But I pulled up a Harry Potter musical, specifically the part before the end of Act 1, where Voldemort comes back in the graveyard scene of theirs and does a tap dance, because that's the kind of lightheartedness I need right now, because I just had to watch Sirius Black die and all the drama at the end of Order of the Phoenix, and real heavy, real heavy. Especially, you know, there are just some things in that 5th movie, which it is ironic of the author of these books really keyed in some things that you could draw parallels to right now in America. Weird. So, you know, I just real heavy for this Saturday night. So we're gonna watch Voldemort do a tap dance before we go to bed, and I will see you tomorrow. Hello, happy Sunday. So it is 11:30. I had stuff to do this morning, so I did that, and we're now home again for now. I will say, because I did the application last night for the apartment, that's now just been like consuming all of my thoughts, and there are a couple things that I want to do like just in preparation for. And this morning before I left, I also started watching Bachelor in Paradise. So, which is not Harry Potter, but I did continue working, which is good, because again, I can't stress this enough, but last night I should have gotten further on that axolotl, but I was applying for an apartment. So we're a little skewed on during Harry Potter. For the most part, everything that has been made has been during Harry Potter. That I did play a little catch up too. Also because I felt like I should be doing something. But I might until like 1-ish. I'm looking right now at the times I wrote down for how long the next movies are. They're not short. I need something like 7.5 hours to get through them all. But if I do what I have to do until like 12:30 and then start the 6th one and get back into crochet, then that should be fine. That's an hour for me to like really work on stuff that I want to for the potential new apartment. I might know like soon if I got it or not. So he's like reviewing applications starting today. So we'll see. But yeah, so And I like told like 4 of my best friends that this was happening. 2 of them had gone with me to this open house. So I keep getting texts from them too of like, oh my gosh, I'm available this weekend to help you. And oh my gosh. And so I need stuff to move if they're going to be available to help me move. So that's honestly, this vlog is still a challenge, but has also turned into a will Kayla get an apartment? So, but anyway, my gosh, you know what? I'm gonna be glad to have this footage, because even if it's a no, even if I don't get this one, I think it's still fun to document kind of these highs and lows of all of this. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do, because it's 11:36. So if I do stuff for this, kind of organize my thoughts a little bit until like 12:30, that should be fine. And then, yeah, that's the plan. So, okay, I'll check in soon. Okay, so it's definitely after 1. It's like 1:05, but we're gonna get started. I have the 6th movie queued right there. I haven't gotten any further on the axolotl than I did this morning. We're still in the same spot. So this will be the first thing that I go to finish during this one. Again, I still think it's legit, because if I wasn't applying for an apartment last night, I would have probably gotten that much done during the 5th one. So stand by that. But hopefully some more axolotls can be made today, because I still have a bunch of yarn next to me to do that. I did get myself a little snack so that I can eat that. I'll probably have to pause at some point, and I don't know if it'll be during this movie, or I could probably wait till after this movie. This movie is, what did I say, 2.5 hours? This movie is 2.5 hours. That's 3:30. Then I'll probably pause there, because I want to go to the grocery store and for the week, and I also realistically need to get dinner. So I'm thinking if I do it in that part, and then see how many of the 7, like part 1, part 2, we can get done tonight. I think what's actually really funny is that in my head, I thought, oh, I can actually film 2 videos this weekend and do the Harry Potter as one, and then I was going to do like a Disney Princess one as the other. The Disney Princess one will still probably come, but to think that I was going to be able to do both in one weekend is crazy, especially because I had like other stuff going on. But, you know, my Delulu brain. But we're getting there. The important thing is that things are getting prepped, and that's, at the end of the day, what we need to do. So I will check in once this first axolotl is done. Look at that. And I'm done with this axolotl. Woo. We just got into Weasley's Wizard Wheezes, or the joke shop, on Diagon Alley. And so we're still very much in the beginning of this movie. It's only just now about 1:30. So one axolotl is officially done, or finished really, and I'm going to start the orange one next. Alright, we have axolotl number 2 made, and we are about an hour and a half into the movie. Ron just survived the love potion / poisoning from the mead, and we just heard Dumbledore say, "Ah, to be young and feel love's keen sting." I'm telling you, this movie's a rom-com. But we have about an hour-ish left. I should be able to get most of an axolotl done, if not the whole thing. So that will be good, because that will keep up with kind of the path that we're on for our numbers. I will say I did get distracted a little bit during that last, however long that was, hour-ish, when making this one. I might have scrolled to my phone a little bit. Who's to say? Not me. But anyway, we're going to finish this up. I don't even know what time it is. It's almost 3 now. So I think I got a little bit delayed also. There was a phone call. It's been a thing. But I'm going to make, I think, the yellow one next. I think I'm just going in rainbow order at this point of axolotls. And yeah, I'll check in when that's done. Okay, it's the end of the movie and I'm so close to done. I'm like 3 rows away and the gill done. So basically, I finished another one. I'll probably finish it before I start the next movie just because it literally is almost done. So that means I finished 2.5 axolotls this movie, which is pretty good. I am going to realistically take a break once I finish this axolotl and go to the grocery store. It's now almost 4 o'clock. I'm going to the grocery store, figure out dinner kind of situation. I'm not gonna lie, my iPhone storage is getting full, so that means I need to start editing these videos. And also, I don't know if I can emotionally handle the 7th movies tonight. So this might need to be taking a pause, and then I'll pick this movie back, or this video back up when I can. I will continue prepping, and I will continue to keep the stuff separate, but I don't know if I can do it tonight, guys. That 6th one almost like ruined me, and I think I need a break. I do, but I will pick this series up soon, I promise. So that last clip was from about a month ago, and that is because, friends, a new location is unlocked. Welcome to my own apartment. Yes, it was the one that was in the previous clips. I was just editing those together and realized I do want to finish this challenge, and I have 2 more movies left. So we're going to do that today because it's now a Saturday in August. All of those clips are from July because I want to finish that video because I also have a market recap that I need to put together also from July. So I'm trying to get through these videos, but yes, there was a delay because I moved. So now that we are in this new space, maybe I'll do a tour in a little bit, but I'm in front of my new yarn shelves that, as you can tell, there are some holes. So don't worry, I have an order from Premiere coming in that I'll do a yarn haul for. But we are going to figure out what we're going to make. But I will say that why this challenge was started, we've already had one of those markets. So some of the things that I made in July have been sold. So I know that in those clips I said I was going to put them to the side, like to stay with this challenge. That was a lie. Never did I ever know that this was going to happen like so quickly. So because of that, we will be just picking up, and then I'll just be adding on to what I've already made. We'll put the total number at the end. But yes, so exciting. But we are going to start today. It's a little bit after 12, I think. Hang on. I am correct. It's a little bit after 12. I just checked. So plenty of time to watch both movies. And I don't really have anything crazy going on today. I did a lot of my errands this morning. I had, actually, my dad put together this couch that's in the yarn room now. But the issue is, if I go this way, you can see it. Look at it. There it is. I did put a couch in here, but this also pulls out to be a bed, as this is the 2nd bedroom. So I'm still figuring out angles of how I want everything to be because there is a window directly behind me. I'm not that backlit right now, but just in case. But yeah, it's exciting. It's very exciting. I am a big fan of the space. I'm a huge fan that I have a place to store yarn and store my body bags. I still have a lot of my market stuff at my parents' house just because they have a garage and that's where like a lot of the tables and stuff are, and I'm on a 3rd floor walk up, so I'll probably leave that stuff there for now. But this challenge can still continue because I'm about to enter a really busy fall and winter season, especially because I need to finish signing up for some markets. So I definitely need to prep, because no spoilers for the market recap, but I did pretty well there. And also I didn't have as much prepped as I wanted to because moving. So yeah, so I definitely have a lot to prep. But I think what we're gonna do for the first movie is, I've been out of the mini pop mushrooms for the last 2 markets, and I really don't like that. So I think I'm gonna see how many I can make in this time. I've also decided that I'm not gonna put the eyes anymore, because they always kind of got in the way and sometimes popped out, and I don't think they're needed. So I think I'm gonna just make them without eyes, and I'm gonna use my Parfait Chunky to do all of that, because then they come out smaller, or well, they come out the right size, and then I can kind of get through a lot of my Parfait Chunky, because I did put in an order to Premiere. Like I said, there's going to be a yarn haul for the new plush yarn that I'm really excited about, because I've only heard good things. So all right, I'm gonna stop yapping because this has been a long clip, and what I've already edited is a longer video. So let's go. Welcome to my living room. There's nothing on the walls yet because we have not gotten there, but this is my couch. I have the pattern up. I have a bunch of yarn next to me. I have the movie queued. So let's jump in to the 7th one, part 1, which, let me tell you, it's a bummer of a movie, and I know that, but we got to get through. We're almost done, so keep on pushing on. Well, I got through the first scene of Hermione obliterating her parents' memory. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're going to the Death Eaters meeting now, and I've gotten this far because I was very intensely watching it. We're gonna get through. All right, they've just escaped the wedding, and we have the first one done. I'm not gonna lie, I'm going a little slower on these than I normally do because I'm watching this more than I thought I was going to. I really thought I just kind of keep my head down and kind of look up, but no. But we have one done, so that's one more than we started with. On to the next. So this is going slower than I thought. But we're making progress. Ron's about to leave, classic. And I think I'm gonna make a snack. But the important part is that we are attempting to finish this challenge. Okay, we ate something and I did finish this one, but this next series that I do this for, I need to be not so interested in the movies because it's a really poor showing. I'm almost at the end of the first one. They just escaped Malfoy's manor, and I've only made 2 of these. Now granted, I did eat. I had to cook and do all that stuff. But I've only made 2 of this $5 item that is truly a $5 item, because normally I can whip these out in under 20 minutes. And I've only made 2. So, not great. Maybe we'll get more done during the second one. We can only hope. I still have all the same yarn next to me. So, we shall see. But I guess I'm going to start number 3 as the last 5 minutes of this movie happen. So, yeah. I'll check in soon. Okay, so I have the second movie queued up, but I paused it because I do have to clean up the dishes that I used for lunch, but I started a third. I also realized that I only did 2 for the last one because there's also some parts of that part 1 that I don't love watching, so I distract myself usually with my phone because I feared that crochet wouldn't be distracting enough. So that was another reason why so few got done. But we're gonna finish this off. One more movie we have, and see at the end how many were made. This number is definitely less than I ever imagined. But, you know, also just good to know. Good to know for a gauge, you know? Well, not quite a gauge, but good to know for if I do something like this again, where I might also be watching the movies. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna clean and then we'll get started with the last movie, and I'll check in as I finish things. I hate these damn movies. Oh my goodness, McGonagall just told Harry it was good to see him, and with all the tension of everything else, that gets me. And I'm only this far on this mushroom, so, oh my god. It's like I don't know how this ends, honestly. It's only gonna get worse before it gets better. Anyway, yeah, so we're almost an hour in and I've only done this much because I've been watching. I'm sorry. We're gonna try and finish this one and probably start another one. But that's probably all that we'll get to for this movie, if I'm not lying. I will post this movie watching when I go back to having like a sitcom on in the background. Be prepping more tonight, so don't you worry. It's okay that I'm only going to potentially get 4 done in this like 5-hour span. But oh my goodness, freaking McGonagall, she gets me every time. All right, I'll check in a little bit. Fires being set to the room of the requirement, but I did officially finish one at about an hour in. I just do need it known. I know that sometimes I do say that I take longer than I think to crochet, but this is an exaggeration. I know I can do these in 20 minutes or less. In no way should this take me an hour. I forgot how much I liked the second part of the 7th movie. Still, I mean, I've cried no less than 5 times. I only showed the once, but it's only gonna get worse. But the hope is that I will do at least one more during this movie. I think I could do that. Check in soon. I do apologize for my hair in these clips because I don't know why it's getting so frizzy, but that's okay. I just finished the movie. I also finished the popping mushroom. So, as a recap, that is 4 popping mushrooms for the last 2 movies, which again, we've discussed, not my best, but we are 4 more than what we had when we started today, which is progress, and it's only 5:15. So I'm planning on getting dinner and then prepping like the rest of the night, so that's fine. I did look back on previous footage and I made 5 ducks, which I'm sure you know because you saw that footage a lot more recently than I did, and 6 capybaras. During this challenge, I made 4 of these popping mushrooms and 3 axolotls, which is a total of 18 items. Now, let's talk about how I feel about this challenge. Okay, to do so, I moved to the yarn room to have yarn behind me. That I'm still working on the aesthetic, but it's yarn. So, this challenge, how did it go? Well, I do feel like an important disclaimer is I applied and got an apartment during this challenge. So when I was watching footage back for to kind of like edit together what I've had, I did notice around like the 5th and 6th movie, I definitely started talking more about the application process. During that 6th movie, I remember I was also like actively like applying for this apartment that I'm currently sitting in, and so that's kind of crazy and definitely skewed our results. Another skewed part for the results would definitely be my interest in watching the movies, because I have always been a fan of Harry Potter, and I thought that they were going to be more background movies than they ended up being. Now, I do feel like if I watched this series more regularly, they definitely would fade more into the background, but I had not done a full Harry Potter marathon in years, probably since like COVID, honestly. And so I was definitely more interested in them than I thought I would. Well, not that I thought I would be, but that I anticipated for, so that my number of plushies made in 8 movies was less than 20. And especially seeing as none of the plushies were so big, like I think the biggest were technically the axolotls. So that's just good to know moving forward for any other challenges I may try. I need to either be less interested in the movie or I need to just set more realistic expectations. But like tonight, I will probably end up just watching like sitcoms that I've watched 100 times that are truly like background noise for me. I have also been considering this fall doing a Gilmore Girls rewatch. Maybe I'll connect to crochet, maybe I won't. Let me know in the comments if it's something you'd be interested in. I have seen Gilmore Girls a lot more than is that true? I've probably seen Gilmore Girls more than I've seen all of the Harry Potter movies straight through. I used to binge that series constantly. I have not binged it in a few years, but I do feel confident because I think I binged it not last year, probably the year before, and I've seen it so many times that that one can truly be a background show. But so that could be. I also did mention, I think at some point in this video, doing a Disney princess one. That would be fun. If you have any suggestions of what I should watch while I crochet, like I said, I have a very busy market season coming up, so I am going to need to prep. So definitely leave all of those suggestions in the comments down below. With that being said, I'm going to end the video here because it's already plenty long enough. And if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you have any interest about where my markets may be, or if you would like to look at any of the inventory I have on my website, I have a website that is www.icouldamakethatbutt.com. That it will also be linked in the description box below. I sell some of my plushies on there, as well as post where I will be and when. Currently, I think I only have one actually up on the website, but I'm confirming a few before I like do the whole thing. But that is where the information will be. If you want to follow me on social media, I have both TikTok and an Instagram. Both are at I Could Make That Butt. You can follow me there. If you liked this video, definitely consider giving it a like and subscribing. I do a lot of market recap content, a lot of crochet content, trying to do series like these. There's a yarn haul in the very near future. Maybe prepping vlogs, all sorts of fun things that are crochet that hopefully you can crochet along like to my voice whilst you are creating your own things. And if that sounds like a fun time, definitely hit subscribe. I did have a 2025 goal. I was supposed to do an update of the goals video and I didn't, so we just might be checking into those at the end of the year because now we are in August. But we'll see. We might do a 3/4 check-in. But one of my goals is to hit 1,000 subscribers, and we are over halfway there. Yay! So if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. And if you're thinking about it, thank you. And we would love to have you here. But with all that being said, and it was a lot said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!